Tonight on Coyote Sports, the USD softball team sweeps a conference foe, and a member of the team receives a national honor, plus learn who the two new coaches for the Coyote football team are, and in the Bauer Beat, Sean tells you why the Stanley Cup is the greatest trophy in sports. I'm Malachi Peterson.
And I'm Sean Bauer. Two USD track and field members break school records from last century, and Coyote News' Levi Goots is live in the muck with a member of the men's golf team to talk about the upcoming Summit League Championships. But first, the headlines. Heath?
Former New England Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez was convicted of first-degree murder earlier today. Hernandez was convicted for the murder of Odin Lloyd in 2013. The conviction of the first-degree murder mandates that Hernandez serves life in prison without parole. Duke freshman Tyus Jones and Justice Winslow joined fellow freshman teammate Jalal Okafor in the NBA draft. Jones, Winslow, and Okafor all led Duke to its 5th national championship earlier this month, and all three are expected to go first-round draft picks. And those are your headlines.
Coyote football is hoping to breathe new life into its program this year, starting with two fresh new coaches. Coyote News' Emily Niebrugge has the story.
With Marty Biagi and South Dakota alum Colin Prosser added to the coaching staff, head coach Joe Glenn has already seen a new attitude begin to take effect for Coyote football.
Anytime you get a new coach, you get some new ideas, some new ways to look at things, other ways that people have done things where they've been successful, and then I think you just bring in a little new life. They're excited about a new position, a new job.
That new life is something the players have noticed too, like tight end Aaron Ramsey, who works closely with Prosser.
I'm glad they're here. They're going to help us out a lot. I mean, tight end, speaking from Coach Prosser, I know he's definitely going to help me out a ton with my blocking, and I'm sure Biagi's going to do the same with the DBs, so I'm just glad they're here and glad to help us win some games. While
Biagi will coach cornerbacks, Prosser will coach tight ends and offensive tackles. And after watching Coyote football for 28 years and coming back to USD, Prosser says he's pushing athletes to become technique sound.
There's a lot of talent there, so just fine-tuning some skills, but more importantly, just getting to play hard, and the little things will take care of themselves.
But most importantly, the new coaches are hoping to instill South Dakota pride within their athletes.
I grew up in Vermilion as a little kid. I've been watching Coyote football since I was a 2-year-old. So it means a lot to me. And getting those guys to understand what it's all about, the effort that we're trying to get out of them, and just take a little pride in what they do.
For Coyote News, I'm Emily Niebrugge.
The softball team saw a string of victories this weekend. The team went undefeated in 3 games against Fort Wayne last Saturday and Sunday. The Coyotes outscored the Mastodons 42-8. The games included 14 home runs, and USD is currently 2nd in the Summit League. The team plays against Minnesota today in Minneapolis before returning home for a weekend series against Omaha.
USD junior first baseman Ivan Minoke was named the Louisville Slugger and NFCA Division I National Player of the Week for the period ending on April 12th. Minoke is the first Coyote softball player to receive this honor in program history. In 5 games during the week, Minoke batted .824 with 3 home runs, 3 doubles, a triple, and 8 RBIs. Her 3 doubles broke USD's 22-year-old record for doubles in a season with 21, and she leads the entire country in that category.
The USD track team continues its trend of breaking school records as juniors Amber Eichhorn and Isaac Allen each broke records that had stood since the 20th century this past weekend. Eichhorn ran the 3,000-meter run in 9 minutes and 39.3 seconds, which is 10 seconds faster than the previous school record set by Tina Finsky in 1999. Allen also broke the school record for the men in the 3,000-meter run. His time of 8 minutes and 34.61 seconds broke the school record, which had been held since 1977. The Coyote track team will split up for 5 different meets this weekend and will look to continue their strong outdoor season. In this weekend's Bauer Beat, Sean tells you why a certain hockey trophy is the greatest trophy in sports.
The quest for the greatest trophy in all of sports begins tonight as the Stanley Cup playoffs officially begin. And yes, the Stanley Cup's the greatest trophy in sports, and here's why. First, it's got the history. It's the oldest trophy in all of professional sports in the U.S., and not only is it the oldest, but there's only one official trophy. That means that guys who win it this year hold the same cup previously held by legends Bobby Orr, Maurice Richard, and Wayne Gretzky. Second, its size. The Stanley Cup is huge. Measures about 3 feet in height and weighs about 35 pounds. And finally, its traditions are what separate it from all other trophies. When the Stanley Cup is won, the captain receives the trophy, skates it around, hoisting it over his head, and then passes it along until every member of the team gets their turn. Pretty sweet. But the off-season tradition where every player on the team gets 1 day with the trophy is what sets it apart from the rest. They can do whatever they want with it, eat out of it, drink out of it, or take it back to their hometown and show it off and allow their fans to take pictures with the cup. That's my little brother and me there in the picture. And for me, that's what makes the Stanley Cup the greatest trophy in sports. And that's the Bauer Beat.